Hi, my name is Julia. This is Abby. Today, we'll be leading you through a happy heart, happy hips sequence, and it's all for emotional well-being. So to open up the heart, we really want to broaden the collarbone across the chest, which helps us in our spine and our back. We often hold our energy forward as we're typing or walking or looking at our phones or petting our dogs. And so this is just very encouraging to open up, to get more confident, to set your ground, and to build some healthy balance and habits for your life. We often hold emotional energy in our hips, and a lot of the movement and the poses that we'll be going through today will help break any type of fascic stagnancy and build up so that you can have more ability, so you can feel more agile, more present, and a little bit more stable in whatever it is that you need to be doing. And so what we'll want to do is to stand strong and straight at the center or at the top at our mat. We have Miss Abby here as well. We'll want to have hip-width distance feet, spreading your toes wide, letting them soften as they settle down, pinky side edge to big toe, firing up the arches of our feet, feeling rooted and grounded. And then just take some shoulder rolls here to center yourself before you even start moving. Maybe you take some shoulder rolls left to right. And then when you feel good and ready, you can bend the knees, sweep the arms, let the arms hover over the hips, soften them, feel the belly turn on and up, and then interlace your hands. Maybe notice which thumb crosses over which thumb right now, and lift the toes away, and then begin to push the fingers into the ceiling. Notice that your shoulders want to reach up towards those ears as we exhale, soften them slowly, and then allow there to be this scraping movement as you begin to let the palms lead you slowly. Fold forward and allow your hands to just drape down the backs of your fingers onto the mat. Here in the beginning, you might find it comfortable to widen out the feet a little and pigeon toe the big toes as you can feel a little bit more space in the back, making more space for your hips. So as you're here, just take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Let the head and neck soften. Notice that little integration. My head was filling up with energy and then let it soften and drain. Then when you're ready, you can begin to inhale and then bring the hands up, let them hover halfway, and then reach them back behind you. Cross the opposite thumb over, maybe feeling a little bit foreign for you. And then inhale, let the fingers lead up towards the ceiling, feeling this nice stretch, flexibility in the shoulders, and feeling it a lot in the back of your hips. Maybe rocking forward and back onto your heels and into the pads of your feet. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, release. Bend the knees generously if you need. Maybe it feels good to even roll the shoulders forward, getting some nice stretches in the chest. And then when you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. This time, hands come to shins or to the floor. Soften the back and feel yourself hollowing out, making a straight line. Eye gaze down towards the floor. Bend the knees if you'd like, but keep the shoulder, the blades, the neck, the head, everything straight as you exhale, forward fold. Then when you're ready, if you'd like to do that one more time, leading with the backs of the arms and the fingers, and then interlacing the hands, coming into your natural grip. Take a nice deep inhale through the chest, feel it in the belly, have the thumbs maybe away from the fingers as the fingertips lift you up like a hot air balloon, then exhale, fold. Walk your hands out towards the front of your mat, bend the knees. Hello, Abby. Let them come mat width distance, you push back. Maybe this time you walk your hands towards your knees and just lift the chest. And then as you begin, you can walk your hands, maybe frame a dog if it's there. Tuck the toes and lift the hips into downward facing dog. Let the heels come up with the inhales. Feel the stretch from the armpit, from the wrist, all the way to the shoulder blades. Micro bend the elbows to alleviate the strain in your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Feel yourself root into the knuckle mounds and the finger pads rather than the wrists. Maybe you lift the heels up, getting some nice stretches in those toes, tops of the feet. Exhale, bring the heels down. Then when you're ready, you can slowly heel toe your feet together. Maybe pedal out the knees. Shake the head. Let it all go. Lift the corners of your mouth. Soften the shoulders and the elbows. Inhale, reach the right leg up, back behind you. Square off that hip. So notice if you stack your hips, square the hips. Exhale, right knee to nose. Crunch in. Exhale, reach it back out and up. And then when you're ready, softly place that right foot in between your hands and wrists. And then drop that back left knee. Oh, feels so good. Untuck the toe. Let the top of the foot rest. Feel the hips push towards the ankle. Feel the stretch right here into this left hip flexor. And then begin to lift the chest. Soften the shoulders. Take maybe a little small shoulder roll again. Feel this hip want to move towards the wall. Then also notice that your knee isn't stacking over your ankle. If you'd like, you can make even a wider option for you. Feel sturdy and stable in the foundation. Then lift the arms halfway again. Let them meet and settle. Shoulder blades want to come together and then soften. Feel what happens in your belly. Then begin to interlace your hands back behind you. Notice which grip you have again. Lift the chest. Maybe your eye gaze goes towards the ceiling. Feel it in towards the hip on your left side. And then exhale, maybe humble warrior with your knee down. Let the head and neck go. Look towards the left knee. Notice that your right shoulder is getting closer to your right knee as you begin to inhale and exhale. This brings up a great topic of how to respond to adversity. Oftentimes we shorten our breath, cutting off circulation to our brain, and then we become reactive versus proactive. So then if you need, you can bend the elbows, soften the shoulders, settle here. Notice if I'm building a shelf that I can jump this right shoulder onto my knee. This is a great option for you. There's no such thing as the easy way. This is always activating something. But if you'd like for an additional challenge, you can reach up, feel that your torso is building a shelf, and then allow yourself to come through. Notice where you're short on breath. Focus on something and let it pass. Once it's passed, then you can inhale, reach back up again. Oh, this hip might be really tight. Maybe you want to bring this hip back a little, focusing on this left shoulder, bring it across, maybe a little mini twist. Notice the toes behind you. Then when you're ready, come back through center. Plant your hands down, framing your front right foot. Tuck the back left toes. Lift up. You're here where you were before. Inhale, reach that right leg back up towards the ceiling. This time, stack your hips. Look underneath the right shoulder. Notice that I'm placing a lot of weight into my right shoulder. I want to even that out, and that just means that I'm giving equal weight to both shoulders. Make big circles with your right leg, letting the heel and the toe be the leader. And then as you exhale, plant that right foot down. Pedal out the legs. Let's switch to the left. So inhale, reach the heels high. Root into the fingers again, alleviating the wrists, micro bend in the shoulders and the elbows. Let the head and neck go. Inhale that right leg up. Flex those toes, square the hip. Exhale, left knee comes to nose. Crunch in, soften the shoulders, let the head and neck be long and loose. Then inhale, reach it back out and up. You might be shaking in that right leg, activating muscle fibers, and then exhale, bring that left knee in between your hands and wrists. Let this right knee drop to the ground, maybe coming onto the meaty top part of the knee. If you need additional cushioning, you can get a towel or fold your mat up, making an extra area for you so that if it's tight or tender on that right knee, you have additional support. So slowly come up, root the tailbone down rather than out, and then notice how you can stack this left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, reach behind, opposite grip this time. Reach the hands back behind you, micro bend if you need. Look up towards the ceiling. Grow strong and stable in those legs. Feel the shake on the right and left hip flexor as you exhale. Slowly you go down. Whew. Look back towards the right knee. No tension held into the shoulders. No tension held into the neck or the head. Notice that I'm not dumping into my shoulders here, hollowing out my upper back. I'm feeling that my torso is one straight line. And then I can slowly go a little deeper as time progresses. Spread those toes. Feel good in your space. Process what you need to process. And then slowly exhale. Lift up first if that feels good. Maybe some cactus arms if you feel some tension in your neck. And then frame the front left leg. Heel toe the foot back in towards the center of your mat. Come high up onto the toes on your back right leg. Then sweep that left leg back out and up. And this time, stack your hips again. Notice that my right shoulder wants to lean in. And I want to bring it down towards the floor, squaring off my shoulders. Take some big circles, maybe bend into that knee too. Whatever you do, notice which one leads, and then exhale. Plant it back down to meet the right. Come high up onto your heels and tippy toes, and then bend the knees back. Shift back into your child's pose. Take a moment here to roll out your forehead, soften the belly, soften the hips. And then when you're ready, you can slowly roll forward like a wave. Spread your fingers wide, bring your wrists underneath your shoulders. Separate your knees, hip width distance. Inhale, let the belly drop. Cow pose. And then exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose again. Maybe bend the hips back a little more and side to side, whatever feels good. And then cat pose. Pull the belly in. Then when you're ready, go ahead. Take a nice deep inhale. And I know when I say when you're ready, I always lead with something, but seriously take your time. You always can rewind or forward to wherever you like. And then we'll come into our downward dog. Let your head and neck go. Bring your feet back together. Inhale the right leg up through center. Exhale, bring it all the way through in between your hands. Coming into your high lunge this time with your right knee in front. Square off your hips. Inhale, reach the arms up. Very much into your lunge rather than your warrior one. So with your lunge, you want your left heel to be lifted. Take a moment, notice your hips here. So when you're leaning forward, your tailbone shoots back towards the back wall. Just this little shift of bringing the tailbone to sit back into almost the saddle, we like to call it. Your internal left hip flexor will turn on. So you'll feel everything tighten up, and also it might feel very much like this stretch on the front side of this leg and also the inside of the back part. So as you inhale, you can be here. Exhale, we're going to interlace our fingers. You know where I'm going. Inhale, lift the chest. Feel the nice curvature of our spine from our lower to middle back. Notice that your left leg might feel a little bit stagnant. I want us to push away. And then push away from both legs. Maybe your right leg straightens, then bend deeply into the right leg, getting that stretch from the heel all the way to the ankle. Then you can bend into the hands. Maybe the thumbs come towards the lower spine. Tailbone, exhale. Come deep, humbly into our humble lunge. Feel it into the hips. And maybe, whoops, work on that balance. I feel like you have a wig, Abby. Oh my goodness. Ugh. And then if you'd like, you can begin to bring the fingers up. Exhale, plant them down. While we're here, we're going to heel toe this right foot out towards the side, and then go ahead and walk your hands over to the left of your mat. Push into your hips. Take a nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. This is going to lead us into our warrior two as we walk our hands even more. Pivot down this left heel and then slowly sweep up opposite way or the way that you came in. Coming into your warrior two, squeezing the legs together. Woo. Take a nice deep inhale. Look over the middle finger of your right hand. Exhale, sweep the arms up. This time, bring them back down, and then sweep up into our reverse warrior. Getting this nice side body stretch into our hips, bending a little deeper into the knee. Exhale into our warrior two. Okay, let's go ahead and bring it back down. Frame the front right foot, heel toe the right foot in towards the middle of our mat, and push the mat away. Prepare as we exhale, sweep it right back out and up. Come into three-legged dog, point the toe, flex the toe. Exhale, square off the shoulders, and then place that right foot down to meet the left. Pedal out the legs, widen out your downward dog if that feels better for you and your hips. Maybe you bring the shoulders side to side, emptying out. Inhale, lift the heels up. Walk them in towards the middle of your mat. Bring the left leg out this time. Exhale, bring it all the way through in between your hands and wrists. Feel good and strong as you inhale, lift up the chest. If it helps to bring your limbs with you, notice tailbone shoots back behind you, slowly penduluming forward, feeling this stretch on this front right thigh, and then the back part of the inside of the thigh. Notice that your back right, the tailbone shoots back, this glute fires on the left side, our booty, and then as we inhale, come back up, notice how it feels on the right side. The right hip wants to move forward. You feel the stretch on the inside of the right leg. Feel good and strong and confident. Soften the shoulders, feel the rib cage expand, and then bring it down halfway. And interlace your hands. Remember which grip, or if you just do what feels naturally and good to you, that feels good to you. Lift that left toe away from the mat to anchor down your foot. And when you're ready, exhale. Look back towards that right toe. Square off the ankle. Inhale, lifts the chest up. Relax the shoulders and the head. And then if you can, come a little bit deeper inside the left leg. Exhale, drop the fingers and head and neck. Walk the hands over towards the right. Push into the hips, still high up on that toe. Feeling a nice stretch into the inside of this left leg. Pull your rib cage, your core up through center. And then inhale, walk the hands back. Or out towards the side even more. So before, on the other side, I walked it a little bit back towards my back leg. I'm gonna walk it in towards my front leg this time, pivot down my heel, and then sweep open my right arm to come into my warrior two, instead of the way that I did before on the opposite side, which was walk my hands back towards my foot, open with the left arm. So it's really up to you how you wanna get into your warrior two. But when you come here and you reverse your warrior, this will open up the left side. Feel good and rooted as you can begin to bend deeper into the left leg. Maybe your hand comes back across your lower lumbar spine, and then exhale, come back into your warrior two. Notice that maybe in your reverse warrior, you built this little shelf, curvature of the spine. Try to tilt it down like I failed to do, and then come back into your warrior two. But that's the thing about yoga, just noticing these little tendencies that we have. And they're just self-preservating in a sense that we think that we can't handle or be strong enough to maybe have the tailbone root down, but we always want the tailbone to root down so that we're not hollowing out the back and causing back issues. And then we can cartwheel the hands, let the head and neck go, come high up onto the back right toes, lift the left leg back through, open up to your three-legged dog. Press both energy into both shoulders. And then slowly plant the left leg down. Pedal it out. Come high up onto the heels. Widen out the legs. Come into your child's pose. And reap all of the benefits that you've had. Process what you need. Take your time, roll out your forehead. Soften the shoulders. We'll end how we began, so you can spread your fingers wide. Inhale slowly. Tuck the toes. Slowly walk them up behind your wrists. And allow yourself to forward fold. Pigeon toe the toes. Maybe you want to take a wider stance as you had in the beginning, or shorter, up to you. And we'll slowly interlace our hands. Let the fingers lead. Halfway lift. Feel it in the front shoulder blades and rotator cuffs. Spread the toes. Maybe you kind of take circles and rotate slowly. Let the head and neck go. Letting it feel good where the fingertips lead. Notice if you can come a little bit farther than you did before. Feeling the slip of your fingers, softening of the shoulders. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fingers come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands come to heart center. Thank you all so much for practicing along with me today. I hope your heart and hips are happy. If you'd like, I welcome you to pair this video with any of the other videos in my series, which you can find on wellnessplus.tv or Amazon. Namaste.
We at Wellness Plus specialize in all things health and wellness, ranging from yoga and fitness to massage and ASMR. Whether you are looking to target specific areas of tension or want to enhance your general self-care routine, we provide the tools you need to feel better, look better, and live better. We have courses for every level, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro. Our courses provide a wide range in difficulty to accommodate your evolving flow.
Welcome back to Yoga with Jess. We are going to break down some really essential postures.
We are going to rock out with some of the most essential ab exercises that you need to have the abs that you've always dreamed of.
I've blended techniques to help you connect with students, and you can be a rock star teacher.
Wellness Plus is available on your phone, tablet, or TV. Join Wellness Plus today and get your first 7 days free.